every running back wants to get their hands on the ball as much as possible. Is there a number you like for carries in a game to get you into a game?
Not really. I mean, whatever they give me. It could be 11, it could be 3, it could be 20. Just as long as I have an impact on the game.
When it's 3rd and 12 or 3rd and 10 and the call comes in for you to run it, are you ever kind of like, really? I mean, what's the reaction to that? How do you approach it?
I mean, they know what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? And I'll never doubt my own abilities. So, you know, it could be 3rd and 30, and if they call my number, I feel like I'm going to go get it. So, you know, I know we practice certain things. We do a lot of situational work in practice. So, you know, it goes back to knowing what type of looks we're going to get for the most part. So, you know, when they call something, we always feel like we got a good chance to spring it.
Talk about the room a little bit now and the competition with the running backs.
I mean, it never stops. Yeah, I don't know. It never stops. I know everybody is going to play as good as they can, whether it be practice or a game. So, you know, you see Karan might not have played as much in the first half, but he came out in the second half and played really well. I thought Chris played a good game. Henry and Khalid, the fullbacks, played a good game. So, I mean, we're always pushing each other, so the competition isn't going to stop.
Do you get the feeling it's going to be somewhat of a rotation all year?
I believe so. I mean, as far as I know, but that would probably be a question for Coach Jay.
You mentioned throughout fall camp that you changed your body to get ready for the season. Did you notice it during the game, and how do you feel afterwards as opposed to years past?
I think during the game I wasn't really thinking about it, just playing. You know, post game I feel pretty good. I don't know, hard to say. I think it was one of those things that, you know, it took so long. It wasn't, you know, a big drastic change. You know, it was small increments, so I don't think it was as noticeable. But, you know, overall I feel good.
Ty, you've got a bit of a new look offensive line in front of you. What improvements have you seen in that unit, maybe since either spring practice or the start of preseason?
Just that they've been really working together. You can tell that, you know, I know in the summer they were taking extra time for themselves, you know, to work on stuff, look at film, and you can tell it's paying off because they're working together really well. You know, there will be sometimes we might not have the best look for a call, but, you know, they get it sorted out, they block it up well, and they're just playing really physical.
Ty, in camp, you said this is kind of your last shot, your last final year. Were you chomping at the bit to get going?
Yeah, I mean, that's anybody, especially for the first game. You know, fall camp was long, to say the least, and, you know, tired of playing against our own guys. So I think everybody's really excited to get out there on Saturday and play Florida.
Shock it all to see a freshman wide receiver and a young tight ends catching balls downfield?
No, they've been doing that stuff all fall camp. You know, and both Tariq and Donovan were here early. They were, you know, played in spring practice, and I don't think anybody in the building had any doubts in them. They've been playing really well since they've been here. You know, Nick Eubanks has played well even last year when he redshirted. So, you know, it wasn't surprising. You know, a lot of guys on the field who are good athletes and make plays.
How excited are you for that first game in the Big House? And what's it going to be like hitting that banner for the first time this year?
I think we're all very excited. Definitely fun to get back home, get in front of our own crowd, get back into, you know, a normal battle rhythm, being in our own facilities, our own place, and I think everybody's just really excited. You know, everybody's back in school now. Gonna have a lot of people out there, but you know, we gotta just have a good week of practice and make sure we're ready for Cincinnati.
Did you have any words for Wilton after he threw a couple of interceptions and got down? I mean, did you sense anything from him when he came out, when he went back in? Just what was going through your mind as a back?
Nah, Will's good. He could have thrown 3, and I knew he was going to be fine. You know, he never flinched. You could look in his eyes, and he was still just as confident as he was at the beginning of the game. And you know, I think as a guy on the offense, that gives you confidence, knowing that, you know, the guy that's your leader is. He's not going to back down. He's going to keep throwing the ball. He's going to keep playing like himself, and you know, I think everybody fed off that energy.
How much confidence do you have as an offense when you see the defense come out and play the way that they did on Saturday?
You know, you're obviously confident. You know, we know what they're capable of, but at the same time, it makes you want to up your performance too. You know what I'm saying? They're, you know, playing their tails off the entire game. You want to give them a lead, and I think that, you know, in that second half, that's what we did. We knew that they were really carrying us. They helped us in that first half, and we came back out and, you know, really tried to put some points on the board for them.
What is it about Mason Cole that makes him a good captain, good leader?
He's just a do stuff right guy. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I've ever heard of him doing anything wrong. does the right stuff in practice, does the right stuff off the field, and just a good dude, and somebody I'm proud to have as a captain.